Namaskar. Very good morning to one and all. This is Dr. Biswajit Das, professor and researcher from KIT University, India. I take the pleasure to thank you profusely for inviting me to speak on the international conference of 7 facets of the Great Steppe, globalized world and our national cultural roots. Based on the main theme, I would like to speak on Indo-Kazakhstan historic ties and impact of globalization in the present times. To start with, I would feel it a pleasure to address most revered His Excellency Nur Sultan Avisule Nazarbayev, a reformer and legendary reader, Honorable First President of Kazakhstan and First President's Library for organizing the conference. We love and respect you, sir. Most respected Aklov Daniel Kezetayevich, Governor Akim of the Eastern Kazakhstan region. Most respected Raking Jadov Amir Khan Murat Mekovich, Director of the Library of the First President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, Doctor of Political Science, Professor. Most esteemed Bayzumanov Mukhtar Kazabanovich, Acting Chairman, Rector of Sakarim University of Simei. Most respected Professor Sandeep Sharma, respected members in the webinar, distinguished guests, faculty members, and our beloved students, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a matter to believe that ties up between Kazakhstan and India is based on the relationship between the two countries. It is in between ethnicity, culture, tradition, customs, and rituals. It is for trade and commerce emerging to that. Mutual benefits of our people for creating wealth for the nations. It is for amity and concord. Our relationship dates back to the cat-link evidence in Silk Route 2,500 years ago. Relationship of the Republic of Kazakhstan in Central Asia dates back to the beginning of millennium. But with the passage of time, since Middle Ages, the bond tightened and continued with the caravan linking and Kazakhstan relationship with India. Kazakhstan is a land of Sputnik spacecraft and preaches the culture of Sufism to India. Kazakhstan is the largest country in the Central Asia and 9th in WTO ranking as the largest country. Here, India's population is the second highest in the world. Both the countries have minerals, oil, and natural gas, and natural resources. Both in other aspects, they both are mutually beneficial. But given the choice, after Kazakhstan attained freedom, independence in 1991, December 16th, from Soviet Union, India is the first country to open its embassy in 1992 in Kazakhstan. Well, Kazakhstan also opened its honorary consulate in embassy in India at Hyderabad. It is symbolic of the love and relationship between the countries, about the passion with which they have combined together. Almaty, the apple of everybody's eye, is the largest metropolis, which is a long-standing traditional hub, which is a testimony to visits of Indian tourists, and to Astana, the park city. People from India, they visit and enjoy their stay in Kazakhstan, mostly in these places. That apart, in the bilateral trade and commerce, it is seen that Kazakhstan has plenty of minerals and natural resources like titanium, uranium bank, oil, natural gas, and is an exporter to many of the countries in Europe and India. Similarly, in our bilateral trade, we have ties up with universities, hospitals, telemedicine, IT, nuclear energy in our Treaty of Cooperation, particularly health sector and cooperation for defense industry. Our trade turnover is USD 1.5 billion between both. Movie industry is for the exotic locations of Kazakhstan wherein movies are being sought and screened. India's interest for infrastructure, environment and industry sector is very, very important. Both the countries eat biryani, kebab, samosas in our cuisine and are temporarily united in spirit. Indian restaurants are a frequent visit of people in Kazakhstan. In tourism sector, we have approximately 20,000 odd tourists visit India from Kazakhstan, and from India the equal number of tourists they also visit to Kazakhstan, which is a safe country. So India is connected through Kazakhstan by air, particularly Air Astana, Lufthansa, Turkish Airlines, Jet Airways, Air India, Qatar Airlines, Thai Airways. Kazakh work visa and work permit is not required for Indians. It's such a welcoming gesture. India also provides e-visa. Kazakhstan sporting events that they take up is on boxing, ice hockey, rugby, speed skating, cycling, football, basketball. And in India, mostly they take to cricket, hockey and football. It is all about the sporting events on which people get fascinated and enchanted by playing. Both the countries, Indo-Kazakh, are linked by caravan route from Central to East Asia with Mediterranean region by land since 8th century. Long days ago, because our relationship have been so old that we have renewed it over the phases of time and trying to emerge with a symbiotic relation. To take note of the fact, 2009 strategic partnership ties and Narendra Modi visit to Kazakhstan in 2015 and 2017 is a testimony of relationship through economic and commercial ties. Probal Dostvi 2017 joint military exercise is a paradigm of our relationship. Both with evolve with a bond of relationship for health, space, IT, energy, renewable energy, solar energy, medicine, pharma, oil exploration, Ayurvedic therapy, yoga, classical music. We salute the launching of Sputnik 1 from Baikonur Cosmodromes and Yuri Gagarin, who went to space research for the first time for the space mission. The great land of Kazakhstan is a testimony to the history of the world. The tie-up between Kazakhstan and India will be for eternity. In fact, when we speak about all that, we have to recapitulate the lines of Abay Kunanbayoli, the immortal poet of Kazakhstan, the national poet who is a thinker, philosopher, and a person who has inspired millions of people to emerge and fight for the independence. Leader for revival of Kazakhstan in his commemoration for his 175th birth anniversary year this time, I would like to recite some of his quotes which are reflective of the spirit of the country. To start with, I would say it like this: summer climbs the mountains, flowers overcloud and blanch, men leaves the sun and sit. Tree tented by the cold creek, horses bray, each apart in the warm air and the long grass. This has been a pleasant opportunity for me to speak, and I truly think that Indo-Kazakh relationship will be a lasting relationship, and symbiotically both the countries will grow to emerge on different spheres of business, carve out avenues to exchange their trade and commerce. Thank you very much. I once again thank you all for having been given me the opportunity to speak. Thank you very much. Namaste. It would be 7 minutes.